Dolphins Today is presented by Butcher Box. One of our newest sponsors here at Chat Sports is giving you the highest quality beef sent directly to your doorstep, and we're giving you an amazing deal. You can get up to a year of free chicken. That's right, free chicken for a year. ButcherBox.com/NFL Daily, because if you use that link every time you order, you're going to get 2 pounds of free chicken sent to your door. Unbelievable deal. Go and take advantage of it. ButcherBox, getting you ready for football season. With that, we get into today's show. Dolphins fans, it is game week. Finally, we've been so patient. I'm Will Scott here with Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. Plenty of news and rumors to get into here before the start of the season. But first, I need to tell you about a little goal we have this week. So look at this. We've been pushing this sub battle for months, and we are about to pass Seahawks today. Go down, hit that big red subscribe button, because I want to pass them before the start of the season. Chugs, producer Chugs, what do you got to say about that?
Hey, we are so close. We are on the 5-yard line right now.
Let's punch it in.
We do not want to be like Florida State last night, and fumble it on the 2 or 3 yard line. We got to take this one into the end zone, Will.
Let's go. Chase Edmonds, punch it into the end zone. Go down, subscribe to the channel. Let's pass Seahawks today by the start of the season. I might have a surprise for you guys on Dolphins Live on Sunday during the watch party if we pass them by the start of the season. So go down, hit that big red subscribe button. Let's start the show talking about this rumor. Update on Joe Haden, because Joe Haden is a name that continues to be linked to the Dolphins, because the Dolphins secondary right now certainly has some question marks, with Mac Alexander, Trill Williams both being out for the year. By the way, they did release Mac Alexander the other day with a injury designation. But Joe Haden continues to be linked to Miami. He's certainly one of the best free agent corners still available. Might make some sense to bring him in. However, Barry Jackson said this morning in the Miami Herald. Even with Byron Jones missing the first 4 games because of offseason leg surgery, the Dolphins opted not to add former Pro Bowl cornerback Joe Haden or Chris Harris, instead deciding to move forward with Nik Needham, Noah Igbinoghene, Keion Crossen, rookie Kader Kohou, and safety Elijah Campbell as their corners behind Xavien Howard, as we take a look here at the updated cornerback depth chart. So your 3 starters are probably going to be Keion Crossen and Nik Needham for the first couple weeks. However, there's a competition going on right now between Crossen, Igbinoghene, and Kohou for the final DB spot. That's going to be interesting to monitor this week at practice. Mike McDaniel was asked this morning in his press conference about the current situation at DB. Here's what he said. I think those guys are quality. I know the names don't get you guys juiced up, but when you watch their play, they will give you quality play on the field. So Mike McDaniel chiming in on that, saying he feels confident about this corner group. And after the 53-man roster cuts, Chris Greer had a press conference with Mike and said that he doesn't really feel like secondary is a position of need right now. So both the head coach and GM at least saying that they feel confident in this current group. But let's talk about this for a second, because Drew Rosenhaus, who's one of the more well-respected agents in the league, also the agent of Joe Haden, said this on August 14th, the day that Trill Williams was diagnosed with a torn ACL. I've talked to the Dolphins about Joe Haden throughout the offseason, but more about Byron Jones. If Byron Jones wasn't able to come back, Haden, if he signs with the team, it's going to be as the starter or third corner. So I'm not sure if Joe is a fit to replace Trill Williams. Now, if Byron Jones were to have a setback, or if it were to happen to one of the top 3 corners, and if Joe remains unsigned, that would be a great fit. That coming from Haden's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, who said that a couple weeks ago, basically saying if Jones wasn't ready by the start of the season, which he's not, then Haden would be a good fit. I want to ask y'all, do you want to sign Joe Haden? Type S for sign or type P for pass. He continues to be a potential Dolphins fit here. Do you want to bring him in? Type S or P. Sunday against the Pats will be very telling, and I understand that they don't really have many weapons, that it's not going to be the toughest test. But still, if Igbo gets burned, if Crossen doesn't look good, if Kohou doesn't look ready, then maybe at that point you bring in Joe Haden, because you're like, we can't go through 4 weeks of this. Now, Justin Bethel, worth noting that he signed with the Dolphins on Thursday. He's a 10-year NFL vet, a lot of experience for him. Also spent a couple years with the Patriots. He's making his Dolphins debut on Sunday against the Pats. We didn't see him at all in the preseason because he was still a free agent. He did sign with the Dolphins on Thursday. Before we get into more news and rumors, I want to tell you about our friends over at ButcherBox, because you can get high-quality meat sent directly to your doorstep. ButcherBox.com/NFL Daily. Great deal we're giving you here. You get free chicken for a year every time you make a purchase with them. ButcherBox.com/NFL Daily. They're taking the guesswork out of finding high-quality meat and seafood you can trust. It's 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork-raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood, humanly raised, no antibiotics or added hormones. Get what you need delivered right to your doorstep. Free shipping on continental U.S. orders, no surprise feeds. Choose what you want from a variety of box plan options, from curated to customized, and change your plan whenever you want. Enjoy a range of high-quality cuts that are hard to come by at a grocery store at an amazing value. The other day, I ordered my box, and part of my box was a flank steak. During the LSU-Florida State game last night, I put that on the grill, made some beef fajitas. Man, it was fantastic. The game was good. The game was a lot of fun to watch, but what was even better was those beef fajitas that ButcherBox provided me. That's the link again, butcherbox.com/NFL Daily. That link going to be in the comments and the description of this video. Go and take advantage, because it's the best way to grill out during football season. Want to hit on this because there were some jersey changes that we learned of this afternoon. Channing Tindall is going from 51 to 41. That was his number at Georgia. He's back to 41. Eazy-E going from 87 to 18. Man, he's going to look good in 18. Myles Gaskin, 37 to 3. Tanner Conner shifting back to his college number, which was number 80. And then Kader Kohou changing his number to 28. Those are the 5 jersey changes thus far. So if you want to order an Eazy jersey, now you know it's going to be 18. If you want to order Kohou jersey, which I might have to do because I'm a huge fan of Kader Kohou, he's changing to 28. What rookie are you most excited to watch? Because 4 of the 5 guys that have changed their jersey numbers are rookies. Go down to the comment section. Tell me which rookie you're most excited to watch. This season, probably Eazy-E, but on Sunday, I'm very curious to see what Kader Kohou does, if he can prove to be a starting level caliber corner in this league. Some more news coming out of practice today. Andrew Van Ginkel is back. He returned to practice today after the appendix surgery. Had his appendix removed a couple weeks ago. First time back at practice in almost 3 weeks. So good to see him back on the football field. He's certainly trending in the right direction in terms of his status for playing on Sunday. As we do take a look at the linebacker depth chart, they opted to carry 8 linebackers. You don't see Trey Flowers there. I slotted him on the defensive line. Sure enough, he was working out with the defensive line today. So Phillips, Baker, Roberts, Ingram, ABG, Riley, Igbinoghene, and Tindall, the linebackers on this team. I think all of them have a chance to make a pretty big impact this season. Here's who did not practice today. Skylar Thompson, not sure why. Hope everything is okay. I'm sure everything is okay. Nik Needham and Alec Ingold, the other 2 Dolphins who did not practice today. That's worth monitoring. They were a little bit banged up during the preseason. Hopefully they're good to go on Sunday. Looks like Waddle is going to be back. He was back in practice. I was looking at Jeremy Chuggs. I didn't know if he was going to break out the Waddle song just then. Jaylen Waddle returned to practice today. He had a lower body injury, but he's back at practice. That is certainly good to see. A lot of people questioning his status for Sunday's game, but Mike McDaniel saying he should be good to go. So that's great to see. Penguin is back. Also want to hit on this news because the Patriots are coming to Miami early ahead of Sunday's game. Interesting because they're trying to, I guess, get used to the humidity and the heat before they play on Sunday. Here's what Mike Reese said in an ESPN article. We'll get to that in a second, but Pro Football Talk tweeted this. In order to adjust to the climate, the Patriots are headed to Miami on Tuesday, 5 days before their Week 1 game against the Dolphins. Mike Reese said this in an ESPN article. In a break from the norm, the Patriots are traveling to South Florida on Tuesday this week and will hold 3 practices in the heat ahead of leading up to the game against the Dolphins. Usually depart Saturday for road games. Longtime captain Devin McCourty previously said weather is always a little bit of a shock in pregame in Miami. So this gives players time to acclimate. The trip was planned months ago. Of course, had Belichick known the team would have an uncharacteristically hot and humid training camp in New England, he might have planned differently. Let me tell you something. The Pats are in for a rude awakening this week. And I'm not just talking about the heat and humidity they're going to have to deal with in Miami, but also the game. They're going to get destroyed on Saturday, right? Whatever they do to try to prepare for the heat, they're not going to be able to prepare for. It's a lot different up in New England this time of year. They're in for a rude awakening on Sunday. This Dolphins team is far better than this year's Patriots team. Who you got on Sunday? Is it Miami or is it New England? Type MIA for the Fins or type NE for the Patriots. I better see a bunch of MIAs in the comments. Go down, spam MIA if you're all about the Fins. Adam Schefter reported this. Panthers signed former Dolphins wide receiver Preston Williams to their practice squad. So Preston finally gets picked up. Thought he might get claimed. He didn't. Thought he was going to sign with the practice squad after he didn't get claimed. He didn't. But about a week after those cuts, he is finally signed with a team. Carolina Panthers picking him up. We certainly wish him all the best. Thanks for watching this edition of Dolphins Today. Talk to you again soon. Go down and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.